Hey, it's Demon. Welcome back to 24 Hours Inside. Today I'm here with Lawson.
Hey, what's up?
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
So tell us about your profession, tell us how you got in, and we'll go from there.
Cool. I'm a stand-up comedian. I've been doing it for 8 years. I took a year off last year, so let's say 7. I got into it because when I was in high school as a teenager, I really enjoyed listening to comedy albums. And those were like the days where you could just steal them like off of LimeWire and stuff.
Do the same thing now.
Yeah,
It's just easier
well, you
now.
can. Yeah, that's true. But like that's what I started. That's how I got in, and then eventually, when I'd make some money, and I'd actually like buy some albums, and I really got into like guys like George Carlin and like Louis C.K. And when I was in high school, I was very directionless. I didn't really know what job I wanted. Like nothing no regular job really spoke to me. So when I went to college for a year, didn't really feel it, and then I just started doing comedy. Just went into a local open mic, and then it just went from there. Just been performing for 7
I
years.
just want to imagine that your superpower is like no matter what record you picked up, that'd been you. So if you picked up a comedy album, you picked up like a classic album. You could be like a fucking composer right now. You just picked up the wrong album.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like let's say you were granted one superpower. So let's say you prayed or you wish I just want one superpower, just one amazing superpower, and like once and you can only use it once. The skill, right? Like a game skill. So let's say like your superpowers, any album you pick up, you instantly learn it, and that'll become your profession. That becomes your life. But you didn't know that. So the first one you picked up was a comedy album. But if you picked up like a classical album, you could be like
I could have been Mozart.
Yeah, you could have been basically Mozart.
Yeah,
and you're like, fuck.
Yeah,
I wish I could reset this game or something like that.
Like that, like I wasn't even a choice.
No.
I was just born, or like a witch like cast a spell on me.
Yeah.
Like, the first album you listen to.
That's gonna be you.
You're just gonna want to do
It's
that
gonna be
forever.
you. Yeah. Hey,
That might be true because I don't listen to a lot of musical albums, so
See?
not all the way through. I just listen to songs.
So much manga. That's what got me thinking about that.
Yeah.
All right, so once you did your first comedy, once you did your first mic, how did it feel? Why? You're like, is this for me? Did you bomb? Were you doing good?
The first mic I did went well. I was a cute 19-year-old nervous kid, so the audience kind of liked me because I was trying real hard up there, and I was doing one-liners, and like they were cute and stuff, and so the first 2 sets I did went well. I went to this open mic, and then I went back the next week. And those were my first 2 sets. And then I would go to this one place for a little while. After those first 2 sets, though, I kind of bombed for like a month because I no longer had he's new to this cutesy vibe going on. So then I was like, okay, so I started going to other places, and eventually you meet other comedians who like tell you about other places, and then it just kind of steamrolls from there. You learn about more open mics, and then eventually, hey, we run a show. Do you want to do our show? 19-year-old dude who's new to comedy, who's adorable, and so that's what I did. When I say adorable, I mean like not like a wide-eyed, It's like these dudes like 30, and they're like, we want some youth on our show. So that's kind of how it went down for the first year.
So was there ever times when you really did bad? You're like, I gotta take a little break, or is it just motivate you? Is the opposite effect? Like, I gotta prove myself, kind of thing.
It's definitely, yeah. It's like it's always both. Because like once I started doing like multiple sets a day, like 3 sets a day, which is, let's say I did like the most I was doing like 15 sets a week. 15 to 20.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, but also there are comedians in the scene who do like 30 sets a week. Who, so the scene there's some.
It's like 3 a day.
Workaholics, yeah.
4 a day. 4 a day.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 a day.
Yeah, that's a lot, yeah.
That's a lot. What I would do...
What do you even get the material for? Like, what... How do you come up with these ideas, or like, what's the... inspiration?
Well, that's a lot of times when you're doing that many sets, you're like repeating material a lot for sure, because it's different places, different audiences. For me, well, the process has always been different. When I was younger, I would just write one-liners about like whatever. It could be about anything. So it's just turns of phrases and stuff. For instance. Yeah, like one of my first jokes was. I wonder if when a vampire gets a nosebleed, it must feel like a free meal. That was like one of the early ones. And then another one was like, in the winter, I like to sleep in a lot because if I sleep out, I might freeze to death. So it's like stuff like that. And it's just like...
That's clever, though.
It's like turns of phrases and stuff. Yeah, like... But eventually when I started writing longer stuff, it became more about like bigger ideas, I guess. And like about... Like, I started doing like a lot of social stuff. Like about race and religion and stuff. Language. Because those are like... That's like the stuff that the comedians I really loved did. Yeah, and it's all. I mean, you get influenced by other comedians for one, but not just like the famous ones, the ones you see like at mics and shows.
Yeah.
Your peers, and then also, you just get inspired by your own. Like, if you're an opinionated person, you're inspired by your own opinions, pretty much.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's really important to have the friends stay in a circle to really get out anywhere.
Yeah, for sure. Comedians always tend to travel in packs. Even though we're a bunch of alone, it's weird because we always perform alone, but we always we're like pack animals in a lot of ways.
Is there ever like this thing like I gotta outperform this guy in the group kind of concept?
Yeah, there's a lot of competition. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of egos, and there's a lot of everyone wants to be like the best, and like even within an open mic, it's like everyone wants to do the best at a mic, and it's like it can be terrible. Sometimes it ruins it, but sometimes it's good to motivate and to drive the performers.
So is the cutthroat competition kind of like do they screw you over kind of?
Only like the worst people in the scene are like that. Like that's all you hear. I mean, I've heard stories about people like betraying people or like stealing their friends' jokes or like doing cutthroat shit like that. It hasn't really happened to me yet, luckily, as far as I know, and so I'm lucky in that sense.
Is there like a biggest no kind of thing? Like let's say like that would get you like banned from the community kind of thing. I mean, you know what I mean? Like kind of like from a group of friends where it's like, hey. Like let's say someone like steals money from you. Is it kind of the same concept? Like stealing money is equivalent to stealing jokes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, stealing. It's funny because what stealing jokes boils down to for the scene is you literally are stealing money from people because we make our money with our jokes. So if you're taking, and also it's like no one's stealing your worst joke. They're stealing the best joke. They always steal the best joke you have, and it's like that. Especially if like someone's more famous. That's usually what happens. Someone with more of a name steals a joke from someone who nobody knows. And now it's like that's their joke because people know them now.
So it's kind of like writers.
Basically. And they get it over there.
So this is like a different form of writing, basically.
It is. I mean, that's...
Like music performers, you steal someone's music performance, you say, it's mine, you're a celebrity. Like, oh, no, that's his.
That's his. Because as far as everyone knows, it's theirs.
Yeah, they have the whole
A bunch of people have seen him do it now, or her, or whatever. But yeah, I mean... there's a lot of things that can go down, though, honestly. I don't know how serious we want to get on this.
No, dude, this is you don't hear about this stuff unless you're in the community.
Well,
this is good.
Okay, so bizarrely, like there has been, like we talk about like beyond stealing jokes, it's like there have been people in the community accused of rape, and
okay,
yeah, I mean it's like so.
Are they raping other comedians?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay,
it's been a couple instances of that. And it's just bizarre because, like, you know these things about, like, the victims don't always want to report it because for women, reporting... There's, like, a whole thing with women and being ashamed of reporting rapes and stuff. Yeah. But, like, there's this one dude who I guess I won't name because apparently people who named this dude got sued or whatever.
Okay.
But basically, he was accused of rape and he just moved to California. He just moved to L.A.
Because California's rape friendly?
Because the people don't know him there.
Oh, not that we're different.
They don't know that he...
I haven't been to California much, so I don't know the culture there.
That'd be great if that was why.
That's cool California state. We have oranges and rape and weed.
And then weed, yeah.
Like, they say rape? No, they said weed.
What a bunch of mixed messages that was sent. We have oranges,
oh my god, imagine.
Weed and rape.
We have one scene, like orange farmer, rape, and like weed.
Yeah, but so basically he moves to California, and it's upsetting because like he's not in jail. You know what I mean?
So rape's legal in California.
No, that's the thing. It's not that it's legal anywhere, but no one pressed charges. So he's just. But like that's the thing. because everyone in New York knows the story, and so he's not going to get booked here.
Maybe if he gets...
So he just moves there where nobody knows it, and yeah, it's fine.
Maybe he just pulls a Bill Cosby. You know, he becomes really famous. Once he becomes really famous, people come out like, yo, that dude. I mean, I'm not condoning it. It's fucking messed up.
Dude,
he's a fucked up person in general for thinking about it, but...
It's awful. It's terrible. There's a female comic who was accused of rape recently, and it's fucking bizarre, man.
Did she rape a girl or a guy?
Yeah, no, she raped another girl allegedly. You have to say allegedly because
that's different because the whole idea, like even the whole Simpsons episode was like not Simpsons, South Park episode, sorry, where Ike had sex with his teacher.
Yeah.
And his teacher's a female, and Ike's like a little baby. And like, oh, nice. The cop's like, nice.
Yes, yeah,
so that's the guy getting by a girl is different, but girl on girl is still...
Well, that's what was weird, is like when the girl on girl thing happened, it was like... like women were making jokes about it, and it's like... It's still rape though. It's like it's still, she drugged her and shit. It wasn't cool. But
I guess it's weird because I know I didn't really think about like the whole drugging aspect too.
Yeah, like the girl. I just thought it was the girl. Look, this is all alleged. But I mean, yeah.
We'll provide the name in the description later.
Yeah.
You can find the information yourself.
I'm sure you clicked on this video about a comedian to learn all about rape and how awful it is.
It said rape, comma jokes, and he doesn't we mess up the commas rape jokes.
Speaking of rape, you go to lostleon.com and get my special. I'm just kidding. That's the worst time ever to plug.
It will rape your mind.
The worst time ever to plug myself.
I think we're not even really include this one. This is way too much hard terminology.
Yeah.
So is R word really the worst word?
I don't know.
Comedian.
There's the N word.
I mean, but you
know what's funny though?
I've you said can say the N word.
Yeah, I've said it not with an R.
Yeah,
but well, okay, I've said it with an R when quoting people, and I've said I say nigga like just in my regular life. So I will say it sometimes on stage. But yeah, I really the R word is the most, I guess, triggery word. Right. There is, because like you never know.
There's no color to it. It's anyone, male, female, age.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Before this happened with the woman on woman one, because I mean dudes do get raped, usually in prison, but it does happen, and there's like it does. So yeah, when you're speaking about it to an audience, you don't know who in the audience that went through it. I mean, apparently, like 1 in 3 women have been. So it's like crazy, when you're performing, it's like you don't want to have people get PTSD
ostracize someone as well.
Yeah, put them in a weird situation
and try and be a happy place. So you don't want to bring back anything. Negative.
But that being said, I mean, it's because it's a thing that happens because it happens so bizarrely prevalently in life. It's like I want to talk about it, and it's like it's a weird line to toe. There's a difference between telling a rape joke and like telling jokes with rape in them.
There's a context in it.
I mean, it's weird because
the way you're spinning the joke, like if you make it like hey, so I did that to her, and your joke that's fucked up. Supposed to you explaining how it's wrong in a funny way. Which makes it acceptable.
Or like explaining, like the weird way our society almost doesn't treat it as seriously as we could, or doesn't understand things about it.
Like a smart spin on it, basically.
Yeah.
Not a dumbass.
Not just being like, not when the victim is the butt of the joke.
Yeah, punchline.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So what would be I guess that's the worst kind of joke. What would be the 2 worst kind of jokes? What's the two trigger words that you could reach the biggest audience?
I mean, the N word for sure, the N word, but yeah, I mean rape. I guess.
Political. I mean, isn't politics?
Yeah, I'm thinking about politically speaking. Like
or like religion.
I had a bit about earlier this year. I was talking about how I didn't vote, and then it upset a lot of people.
Why?
Because people they get upset when like young, like liberal people don't vote because it's like we just gave the election away or whatever.
But it doesn't also vary depending on state and demographic and age.
My state still won.
Yeah, I mean...
It was always going to win. I'm in New York.
But then there's also, they use that as an example. Like, well, if you don't know, people could have said that before and they lost.
Yeah. But that's what people say.
But that's a bullshit argument.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to do the whole bit, but some of the points I make are like, one, if I really wanted to win this election, I would take like a bunch of my liberal friends and moved to fucking Ohio or like a state where it actually mattered. Yeah. It's like 6 states that ever matter
so
in the election. Just do that. It's like why would if you're in California, New York, or Texas or whatever, you have a lot of people, but you don't matter. Yeah. You're always gonna go blue, or in Texas red. But it's like go to Florida or fucking Pennsylvania where like it actually matters. Yeah. But also. Yeah, the fucking electoral college is bullshit. I don't want to
There's this thing, my friend, so he's a math major in college, in grad school, and he did string theory. They said they basically came up with the idea string theory is bullshit. It tells you basically, in an ideal environment, this will happen. Like, it's kind of like it's a hypothetical.
Yeah.
So that is like, yeah, but no matter what you say, it's going to be true. It's a fucking hypothetical.
Yeah.
There's no way of you proving it wrong or something like that. If it happened, it would happen like this. Like, okay, but that's the only situation. So it's kind of the same thing like this.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, it could have happened in some other state, but that's because it's in another state. This state doesn't fucking matter. There's no point of us having a conversation here about you not liking me for not voting because we would have won a better one.
And the reason I was doing the bit is I know a lot of people didn't vote.
Yeah.
And I know that they're afraid. I know people are ashamed, mostly liberal people, especially because Trump won. They're ashamed to tell people that they didn't vote. And so that's why I was doing the bit to make them feel less afraid of it. Because that's like a weird... It's like people don't talk about how much money they make or whatever. And
which they should.
I mean, it's a weird thing to be ashamed or to be secretive of in our society.
Because society fucks you up. Like the work tells you, the work makes you feel like you can't tell them.
Yeah.
There's no real law written that you can't tell someone else how much money.
No.
Because they're afraid like if you do, you go to them like, hey, Bobby is making 10K more than me. Because society tells you that
that's how much you're valued.
Yeah.
And that's why people feel weird about it.
Yeah, and they don't want to share that information because what if I make too little, I'll make someone feel bad. Like, if you make too little there, you're more likely to go to them and ask for more money. So you're helping someone by telling them how much you make.
You could, yeah, for sure. Because information, here's the thing. Macro point, I feel like a lot of the society is telling us to not trust each other when we should probably trust each other more. Yeah. That's one of my overlying themes of my stand-up. But people don't feel like they want to trust each other, and especially the climate we're in. That's how I feel about that, I guess. I don't know where I was going from there.
No, that's good. I mean, it's true. If we hide information, then we use that lack of information to control.
Yeah.
I guess, do you support yourself with comedy, or what do you have to do to...
No, I have to, walk dogs and stuff during the day. Okay. I don't make a lot of money, you guys. I'm just a creative dude. I walk dogs. I write for stuff. Sometimes I act on the side for money. I do pet sitting also. I
have a business card ready for you at the movie.
Yeah. Also, you can buy my special on lostleon.com. It's $1. That's $1. It's just $1.
Less than $1 a day, you can feed this man.
Yeah, you can. Also, you get an hour of comedy. Really good comedy. It's actually.
I wish I had coffee this moment. And we just sitting there, we're walking less than $1.
Sarah McLachlan.
You can feed this man. This man eats a lot.
The arms of an angel plane.
We need at least 4 people today, sir. He needs 4 meals.
Just with a button people.
Oh yeah, that's fucking cute little face. I can see why people would enjoy you from the beginning.
If only I had a hair lift or something. That's what those commercials used to have.
The what?
Like kids that had the what do you call it?
A lisp?
A hair lip. It's called when they're
yeah. That's weird.
Apparently, see, I was always confused because I thought those were just cosmetic, but apparently that's bad for your health.
Yeah, man, someone punches you and it fucking goes up like that.
Well, it's not even that. I think the breathing's fucked up.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's ever considered an attractive feature.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just yeah.
So, do you have any suggestions for people who want to get into comedy, personality, skills, how long it takes, and if it's worth it in your opinion?
Yes. If you want to get into comedy, here's what I would say. Don't do it. But...
We ended there.
Seriously. No. But if you really want to, and somebody saying don't do it isn't enough to make you stop, then maybe you should. Because it means you're going to want to love it, and you're going to want to not expect... You don't expect to get more out of it than you're willing to put into it. And if you want to start, definitely go to an open mic. And don't get too in your head about, you're going to want to have a set. But, for me, I wrote jokes for, 4 months before I went to an open mic. And honestly, I could have gone to an open mic, way sooner. You know what I mean? Don't build up. You know how people say to virgins, don't put the puss on the pedestal, like since 40 year virgin, whatever the fuck. Don't put your first set on a pedestal, because if you're gonna be doing this a lot, it's not good. It's hard to say because your first set will be your only set until you do more, and then each one will mean less to who you are. So, but if you want to do it, just go to mics, meet people, meet people who inspire you, people who you like to watch perform as well, and listen to the people who've been doing it for a while, and you just get out there, just be ready. You gotta be ready to fail a lot, and be ready to just be ready to just be okay with failing a lot, and pretty much.
Would you say it's an unforgiving business? Like if you do really, really bad, you can just disappear, kind of thing, or
unlike you can just disappear. Yeah, I mean, some people do just. A lot of really funny comedians I knew just stopped doing it, or just disappeared, or just started families. So yeah, that can happen, but it's not the end of the world, you know. A lot of people still got a lot out of doing stand up, even if they didn't make it, you know.
And I guess it's one of the businesses where it's more about passion than the money.
Yeah.
For at least an incredibly long time.
For a long time.
Or maybe forever.
Hey, you might get lucky. But you probably, but you probably won't, so statistically. Even if you're really good. I know a lot of really funny comedians have been doing it for a while, even longer than me. And, they're not as successful as they want or hope to be, I guess.
It's just like a mental sport, too.
Yeah.
It's like sports, you can really just get worse over time. Same thing when you're here, but you can actually still pick it up.
Yeah.
It's a mental sport. You have to keep training yourself.
Oh, for sure. And also, you're going to make friends that you like. And the community is, kind of cool, too. There's, a lot of subsets of the community, but for the most part, we're pretty good people. Although we like to tell ourselves we're not. But
right, cool, man. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. This has been dope. LostLamb.com. Get that special.
And LostLamb.com.
And LostLamb. Get your lambs.
Alright, so I get into this game a lot of times with people where people will try to guess my race. I call it a game, but it's not really a game as much as somebody comes up to me and starts a conversation with me where they just come up and they're just like, oh, I bet I can guess what race you are. And now I'm in a game all of a sudden. I didn't ask to be. I didn't even say hello yet. I didn't say anything. You don't know my name. You don't know anything about me. But you want to learn that one thing about me, which I'm going to oblige because I don't want to ruin their dream. I don't want to do that. So I'll just be like, sure, go ahead. And it's always the same ones. They're like, all right, Hawaiian, no. Filipino, no. Indian, no. Samoan, no. Mexican, no. I give up. And then I tell them, oh, I'm half Chinese and half Puerto Rican. And then they go, oh, well, that's not fair. Like, I'm the asshole. Like, it's my fault somehow. Like, I asked for, as if I went, I'm going up to people and hey, I bet you can't guess. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Also, that's not fair? What does that mean? What does that mean? That's two people from different races fucking. That's not fair. How could I conceive of that in 2014? When we have a biracial president. Why would that? So, I do love, I like being mixed race. But so my dad is the Chinese one, which that's the other thing. As soon as they find out that I'm half Chinese and half Puerto Rican, they don't even ask. They just go, they'll just talk to me and assume my dad's the Puerto Rican one. They'll just be like, oh, where's your dad from? Like San Jose? And they'll be like, no, actually, he's the Chinese one. And then they'll be like, oh. Good for your dad, man. Good for your dad. Good for him. Good for him. And I don't. What am I supposed to say to that? I don't really know. Thank good for my. I'll go home and high five him for bagging my mom. I don't know. That's a weird position you put me in. My dad is Chinese, and just so you guys know, because you guys are looking at me and you're like, that kid's brown, and you're not going to unsee that. But just so you guys know, my dad is so Chinese that I would not be cast as his son in a movie about him. That's how Chinese he is. He's fucking Chinese, guys. It's pretty great, though. I Actually, here's the thing, guys. Let's end racism. I got an hour. We could do it, right? Let's end racism. Let's do that. Because this is my plan. I want to end racism by ending race. That's what I think we could do. And this is the thing. Use me as an example, guys. This is like the thing. Let's just fuck each other brown, right? Let's just do that. We can do this if we work as a team. We can just fuck each other brown. And then we'll be we won't be in utopia, but we'll have the race thing down. Like, we'll just, I haven't figured out, gender and belief systems and all that. But I got race. I got that one. You know what? The rest is on you guys. Want me to do all the legwork? Jesus. Come up with all the fucking ideas? No. It'd be weird if this just turned into me yelling at you for not thinking of things that you shouldn't have thought of. No, but that's, because here's the thing. I talk to my friends about race all the time. White friends, black friends, everyone in between. And whenever I tell my white friends about this idea about getting rid of race, they're all on board. They're all like, yeah, let's do that. And I get it, because that would kind of cover up a lot of that shit that you guys did, right? It would be because if we were all brown, then we wouldn't know who to blame anymore. We really wouldn't. We wouldn't have the color to yell at. So it was your ancestors. We're all brown. I can't tell anymore. We're all just kind of friends now. Whenever I tell my black friends about this idea, it's a little different. They're not as excited about it, which I understand because black people were told for years that being black is bad, and finally they fought through all that to get to the point where they're like, no, being black is fucking awesome. So for someone to come along and be like, hey, yeah, just get rid of that, just don't ever feel that again. It's not. Yeah, I don't blame them. It's a strong racial identity to have. And I was talking to one of my black friends about this, and he said, man, Lawson, I can't just discard my race, I can't, I'm black, and also what are my people gonna think? And that's the beauty about being me, guys, is I never walk around thinking, well, what are the China Ricans gonna think? I've never thought that. I don't have that thought. Everything I do is unprecedented, guys. Everything I do, it's just me that did that. That's how